When people think of tapirs, they think of this large, powerful, strong animal. But when you listen to their vocalization, they sound like a little bird. They're very well known as living fossils, so they've been around for a long, long time. Now they're facing something completely different, an upcoming wave of extinction caused by humans, caused by us.
Protecting any species is a marathon, not a sprint. 2020 Whitley Gold Award winner Dr. Patrícia Medici has dedicated her life to the conservation of lowland tapirs and their remaining habitat in her native country of Brazil. The largest land mammal in South America, lowland tapirs can be found from Venezuela to Argentina. Despite their vast range, numbers have plummeted due to hunting, roadside fatalities, and habitat destruction driven by rampant development and large-scale agriculture. The scale of the challenge requires an equally colossal conservation plan and a humbling level of commitment.
We started the Lowland Tapir Conservation Initiative in 1996 in the Atlantic Forest.
Winning a 2008 Whitley Award allowed Patrícia to expand her work into the Pantanal, the largest continuous wetland in the world. Then, with a WFN continuation funding grant, she expanded her work further into the Cerrado grasslands, the epicenter of Brazil's development.
I'm always really proud to see that we have been able to build the largest and most comprehensive database of tapering information. Our data was very much responsible for the establishment of highway roadkill mitigation in São Paulo state and for the creation of a protected area around Morro do Diabo State Park.
Now, bolstered by her Whitley Gold Award funding, Patrícia will embark on the fourth and final stage of the project, expanding to the Amazon.
This funding comes at a critical time.
The Amazon is the planet's largest tropical forest at 5.5 million square kilometers and the largest stretch of tapir habitat left in the world. Against a backdrop of political and environmental uncertainty, the Amazon is facing unprecedented deforestation rates. Using WFN funding, Patrícia's project will combat threats affecting tapirs along the Amazon's deforested southern arc in the states of Mato Grosso and Pará. In the other three biomes, Patrícia and her team will build on her existing tapir conservation work. In the Atlantic forest, they will assess the progress of the tapir population 10 years on from their original study. In the Pantanal, the team will maintain monitoring of resident tapirs using telemetry and camera traps to inform action. The Cerrado program will continue spearheading protection for tapirs against road deaths, pesticide pollution, and poaching. Together with her team, they will develop tapir conservation strategies to be delivered in each of these ecosystems.
I'm very optimistic.
Conservation projects of this magnitude require marathon runners like Patrícia Medici. 24 years of commitment and experience have positioned Patrícia as an international ambassador for tapir protection, and she's trained a cadre of conservation leaders along the way while collaborating with other Whitley Award winners.
I bring them to the field with me. That's where I am a good teacher. And make sure they fall in love with all these different habitats, they fall in love with tapirs, they fall in love with conservation. If we keep working and if we keep paying attention to these animals, I'm confident that they will be with us for the future. I grew up in the outskirts of São Paulo city on the way to the coast of São Paulo state in the middle of the Atlantic forest, and I spent most of my childhood hiking in the forest and watching animals. I got this passion for nature, and I know this is the reason why I became a conservationist. Tapirs came into the picture much later when I was in college. I remember reading this paper that talked about the important role played by tapirs in seed dispersal and forest regeneration, and I thought that was absolutely fascinating. A few years after that, in 1996, I received my very first grant to start a tapir project here in Brazil. And here we are today. What started as a very small project took over my life. And over the years, we set up 3 different tapir conservation programs across Brazil. And at the moment, we're launching our 4th and final program in the Amazon. The Whitley Fund for Nature has been such a huge part of everything we do here in Brazil. In 2008, when I was first honored with the Whitley Award, we had been working on tapirs for 12 years already. And we had this ambition to upscale, but we didn't have the funding to do that. So that award made it possible for us to establish a new program in the Pantanal floodplains, the most important stronghold for lowland tapirs in South America. A few years after that, in 2015, I received a Whitley Continuation Funding Grant that allowed me to expand once again, this time to the Brazilian Cerrado, to the grasslands, the main epicenter of economic development here in the country. And now the Whitley Gold Award will make it possible for us to bring our tapir conservation efforts to the Amazon forest, an area that has seen extensive destruction over many years. We were supposed to start the tapir work in the Amazon this year, but we couldn't do that because of the pandemic. And in addition to that, major catastrophic fires have destroyed thousands and thousands of hectares of natural habitat in the Pantanal and in the Amazon, a deadly combination of fire, man-made destruction, and very poor governmental policies under the government of Jair Bolsonaro. I have to say it's been very difficult to be a conservationist these days, and this award comes at exactly the right time. I'm so grateful for so many things in my life, my family, my work, my mentors, my supporters, accomplishments, challenges, and I'm so incredibly grateful to the Whitley Fund for Nature. Conservationists like us, we really need this kind of long-term support. And you can become a supporter too, you can be a part of it. You can help the Alis, the Yokis, the Jeans, the Rachels, the Gabis, and the Funchas of the future. Please use the link and please become a supporter. Thank you from here in Brazil. Obrigada.